Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. Welcome back to another vlog. For today's vlog, we are going to be tackling my glam room, which as you can see is a disaster. And I've been talking about this room ever since I first moved into this house. It has been haunting me. This room is supposed to be the room where all of my makeup, wigs, hair care, beauty products are nicely organized. Things are nicely on display, and it's also supposed to double as like a filming studio for me to film beauty content, you know, have all my lights, camera, backdrop, all that stuff. But it's just been looking like this ever since I moved in, and it needs a lot of work. So that is what we are going to start on doing today. This is going to take at least a few days to get this room together, so I will be making multiple videos, so make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for the full journey. I've got Maya, my mom is somewhere in the house, you know, the Raven Elyse TV crew here to help me. I just got this delivery from Ikea. All these boxes right here, plus these two big old boxes right here. This is the Ikea Pax system, which I am going to be using for my main makeup storage. So I don't even know how many little boxes, little pieces this is, but I know there's supposed to be like 18 drawers. It's like a 3-section thing. It's like this big thing. So that is going to be our first, kind of like our first task, like the main part of the room. That is why I have my mom and my sister here to help me build this. I could have hired someone to build this for me, but I was like, you know, we could do it ourselves. Just bring my mom and my sister along. It'll be fun for the video. But honestly, we're gonna see if we can do it. If we get too frustrated with it, I may still hire someone to help us finish it. But that's gonna be like the main thing that we're doing today. But first, before we can even do that, we have to come in here and like kind of clear this out and make some space, or at least like fix it up a little bit to where it's only taking up 1/2 of the room, because right now it's literally the whole entire room. So step one is to stack up this stuff and clean it up a little bit. Are you ready? You guys look so excited. Organizational queen, as you called yourself in one of my last videos.
I do know how to organize.
Okay, so I am going to clear off. I did film a video in here, just kind of bootleg style. I was testing out the lighting, so I have all this mess from that on this table, a bunch of loose makeup to put away. Maya's stacking up stuff over here. It's a danger zone in here right now. We are about to break our neck, tripping over stuff, so we're just trying to like clear off the floor. All my camera filming equipment I'm gonna move out of here for now, just so it won't get damaged. I'm gonna put it in my office, but eventually it will live in this room. Light bulbs on my vanity mirror. This is now 3 light bulbs that have been broken before it even gets set up in the room. I'm not happy about this. Maya, you owe me $10. Okay, so now after moving everything out of the way, we are now left with this whole area cleared off. This is the wall where the big Ikea storage system is gonna go. It's basically gonna take up this whole wall. So that's why we cleared off that area. We're gonna use all this floor space to have space to spread out and put everything together for the Ikea system. So now everything just kind of got pushed over to this wall, and this other opposite wall is where most of my makeup and stuff is just stacked up for now. But of course, eventually all this stuff will be organized into the Ikea system. I think I'm gonna keep this set up here. I'm not sure yet. This wall is meant to be for filming backdrop. So I still have to kind of play around with the setup of the rest of the room. So now we can bring in some of the IKEA, well, my mom wants to vacuum the carpet. Virgo tings. Vacuum the carpet first for some reason, and then we can bring in the IKEA pieces. We're going to mess up the carpet again.
Yeah, any dirt that's like anything on the carpet, if you're just like trampling on it, you're just trampling deeper into the carpet fibers. Why do that? Why?
Anyway, we're gonna have to vacuum again anyway, but she's vacuuming, and then we can start bringing in all of the pieces to the IKEA. We're gonna bring in all the IKEA pieces and start unpackaging and start seeing how we're gonna put this together. All right, so like I said, this is called the Ikea Pax system. I will insert info so you guys can have it, but basically it's like a custom thing that you can design on their website and pick exactly what size, how tall, how many drawers, that type of thing. So my mom helped me to design it online, and then we just placed an order for all the pieces. And of course it's IKEA, so they send you a bunch of million pieces that you have to put together. So we're starting off with some of the smaller drawers and just gonna see how it goes and how long it takes us to put together one drawer. I think we're gonna time it. You know, how long does it take to do one drawer? Multiply that by 18, and that's how long it's gonna take us to put together all the drawers. Like I said, we do have a handyman on emergency dial in case this ends up being too hard, but I think we can do it. We've each got one of the drawers, and we're just gonna try and do one. All right, class, today we're gonna be learning how to put together the complement IKEA shelves. Everybody has their pieces and their tools. I'm the teacher, so I get to use the electric screwdriver. You guys can do it manual. My camera died, but I would like to just say on record that me and Maya finished ours before mommy. Well, we finished the hard part that you're still struggling with. Yeah, you were worried about us.
Mine is defective.
No, it's not. You need put it sideways so you can see what you're doing with the holes.
What do you mean by sideways?
Like put it down. Mommy is stuck on step 3.
Look at this, it's not lined up. It's not.
You have to force it.
Look at what's happening here.
This is supposed to be in here, so you have to make sure everything is lined up.
Everything is in there, but look, it's not even close.
Yes, it is. 2 hours later. Remember, you have to do this 18 times.
I can't even do it once.
Maya's already almost done.
You're finished? What's the time?
I just finished mine too, and it is 13 minutes. It took me and Maya approximately 13 minutes to put together one drawer. So now that we know what we're doing, maybe we can do the next drawer in 10 minutes or less. My mom is still working on hers. She hammered the whole thing together without actually hooking on the first piece, so now she has to undo it and redo that step.
Maya thinks, and I agree with her, that we can't just build 18 drawers and have them stacked up in here. That maybe we should try to build the frames, you know, put the frames against the wall and then finish building the drawers and put the drawers in the frames. But I don't know how difficult this is going to be to build, but we should just find out by trying to build one. If we can't build one, then we'll have the handyman come and put the rest of them together.
So what you're looking at right here is like these big, because it's super tall. It's like this big built-in box, like bookshelf type vibe. So it's like these super tall pieces of wood that have to be built up against the wall. And then you put all these drawers that we've been making in there. So, I mean, yeah, best thing you can do is just open it, see what the instructions say, and see if it's gonna be doable, if y'all can even like lift up the stuff. I had to slip away because I'm on a deadline for a video that I had to edit. So I left my mom and my sister in here, and they done built a whole column of the thing. Wow. So basically this whole system is going to be 3 columns of like these columns. This one is actually supposed to be the middle column, so now we have to scoot this over to the middle and then do the other 2 that go on either side. But my sister and my mom actually got a lot done and a lot figured out while I was editing that video, and now I'm pretty much done editing. So we're gonna just make that like this and like this, like this, like this, like this, and like that. There. This is good progress. Good job, team. Thanks for helping me.
I bet.
I think we're done for today though. We will reconvene another day. All right, day 2 of this project. Right now we are at the point where Maya and I were screwing on the tracks for the drawers. So there's gonna be 6 drawers on each one. Obviously we're still missing the 3rd column, so we're gonna have to put that together. We have been trying to figure out how we're going to bolt this to the wall so that it will not tip over. My mom has done a lot of work in figuring out exactly how to do that. And we are going to be using these L-shaped L brackets along with 90-pound anchors in the wall. Make sure that the whole thing cannot just like tip over. But right now we're just making sure we have everything in the right position. So I'm gonna make sure that it's flush to this wall and flush to the back wall. So we have learned that in order to clamp each section together so that it's like creates one big unit, you've gotta drill a hole through these holes. And then basically there's like a screw that goes on either side and screws together. There. One in the middle would be good. I mean, I don't know if the drawers are gonna do anything like you said, but either way,
Let's see.
it wouldn't hurt to add it.
Now what? Put the drawers in.
Okay, put the drawers in. All right, this is like done for now, and now we're bringing in the 3rd column. Okay, right now we've got all 3 columns now finally done and connected to each other. We've got all the drawers pretty much put in there on their tracks. The top row of drawers has the glass fronts, and then I'm trying to have these glass shelves on top of that. So it's like this, so you can clearly see through into this top drawer because that's gonna have like cute stuff in there. Final step, anchoring the whole structure to the wall.
Electric screwdriver.
last thing I'm gonna do for now is go ahead and hang up my 1 million subscriber YouTube plaque. I'm wanting to leave these two walls over here completely blank to use them as blank backdrop spaces to film content. So this little section over here where my vanity mirror is gonna be on this table is kind of the only like extra wall space where I can actually like hang stuff. So I'm just gonna put it up here, and then my vanity mirror will be right here.
Is that straight?
The aftermath. And this is not even all of it. Recycling day isn't until next week, so in the meantime, I have all of this in my garage. Okay, so let me show you guys the progress that we have made thus far. So of course over here, the main attraction is the Ikea Pax system, which is now fully built and fully anchored to the wall so that it will not tip over. And then right next to it, I have put my dress form just because I felt like it fit perfectly in that little extra space. And I have also started to kind of arrange the main top section of the PAX system, which is just kind of for like display items. I have like some PR packages and just like collectible makeup items just displayed nicely on there. So this is kind of just me barely starting and getting like an idea of how I want to use this, but I'm not finished at all. So then over here, obviously the door to the bathroom, and then this empty space, I've got my little chair there, which represents where I would be sitting if I was filming content. Like I keep saying, I want to have backdrops set up, a backdrop paper system, something set up to where I can hang different backdrops against this wall. I'll be sitting right here, and then I'm gonna have another table right here to use when I'm filming. And over on this side, of course, still have all the bins full of my makeup and everything still stacked up over here, because of course this is all the stuff that still needs to be organized into these drawers. But then over here, we've got the little makeup vanity set up. So this is just my same old little Ikea setup. It's kind of dusty and dingy. I think I may need to at least replace the cover that I made for this stool. It's just a little slip cover that slips over top. So this is real dingy. I probably need to at least make a new one. If not, get a whole new stool. I don't know if I'll invest in a whole new table just because, I don't know, it's a makeup vanity, so it gets messed up easily anyway. But yeah, it works for now. It fits nicely in that spot, so I think I'll just leave it. And of course, I've got my Impressions vanity mirror on top, and then my mom helped me to hang my YouTube plaque above that just to fill in that space. I've got a curtain rod hung up above this main window, so I do have some curtains coming in soon to add to there. But this is where I'm going to stop the process for this video. Of course, I still have a lot more work to do in this room in terms of organizing all my makeup and actually putting everything into these drawers, and then just setting up the whole rest of the room and making it really functional to film in here. But that is going to come in part 2 of this process. So definitely stay tuned for another video to see how I end up finishing out and organizing everything. But for now, hopefully you can kind of see where I'm going with this room and you can see my vision. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on part 2 of this process. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.